Hi friends, welcome to this latest episode of the Nationalist View, and we have with us our very special guest, Mr. Salahuddin Shoaib Choudhury Saab. Mr. Choudhury, thank you so much for taking time out from your busy schedule and joining our show. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Mr. Chaudhary is based out of Dhaka. He is a renowned counter-terrorism expert. He's also the founder editor of one of the leading weeklies in South Asia. The name is Blitz, and it comes out with several scoops regularly. He is also on in panel of a number of international television channels and think tanks. He contributes regularly even to Indian mainstream media also. And apart from that, leading publications across the world. And he's a keen watcher of Islamic extremism, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and also West Asia. So, Mr. Chaudhary, you recently wrote an article about the Hamas and Pakistan nexus. So, for our viewers, we know that for the last 2 years, Israelis have been fighting a war against Hamas in Gaza, which often remains in news. And Hamas is a well-known terrorist organization. So this nexus, because between Hamas and Pakistan, you have talked about it. So this is something very new, which is coming to the light. So would you like to throw some more light on it? That what is the evidence on what basis this assertion has been made, and what does it mean for regional and global security?
Thank you very much, Arunji. First of all, as we know that it is widely known that the state sponsorship of terrorism is an essential tool in Pakistan's foreign policy and domestic policy. The involvement of Islamabad's security sector agents in terrorist attacks on both Indian and Afghan soils are documented. Considering that Pakistan is the base of various regional and global jihadist groups enjoying the goodwill of the political and military leadership, it does not come by surprise that terrorist groups in the world region, such as Hamas in the Middle East, also enjoy the sympathy of majority of Pakistanis, including its military establishment. For these reasons, policymakers in Islamabad are against normalizing relations with Israel. At the same time, for decades, culture of religious hatred has been enjoying patronization of the political elites as well as Pakistan Army and its spy agency. Members of Hamas are given training by Pakistani Army within secret camps inside Pakistan-occupied Kashmir in particular. At the same time, Pakistani ISI helps Hamas in getting weapons and explosives through transnational trafficking rackets such as Dawood Ibrahim's Tea Company, which we know are also directly or indirectly controlled by ISI. In Pakistan, while Islamist groups such as Jamaat Islami are directly supporting Hamas and any other anti-Israel entities, terrorist entities such as Jaish-e-Mohammed and others maintain covert and overt communications with Hamas. In April this year, a Hamas leader visited Jaish-e-Mohammed's headquarters in Bahawalpur beside Combat Simulation Center, which was inaugurated by Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir in March this year. The area hosts the Bahawalpur Corps, a Pakistani military formation tasked with border defense and rapid deployment due to its strategic proximity with Rajasthan. In February this year, Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba cadres gathered in Rawalakot area in Pakistan-occupied Kashmir during a conference which was also attended by senior Hamas leader Khalid Qadoumi. They together vowed to fight against Israel, while Qadoumi termed Pakistan as the elder brother of Palestinian people and guardian of Hamas. In January last year, Qadoumi was invited to address Pakistani parliament, where Pakistani lawmakers branded Israel and India as, quote, enemies of Pakistan, unquote. Prior to this, Hamas kingpin Ismail Haniyeh sought help from Pakistan in their fight against Israel. When Haniyeh was assassinated on July 31st, 2024 in Tehran, Pakistan declared a national day of mourning. So if we consider or if we put everything in chronology together, we understand a very deep-rooted communication between Pakistan and Hamas. And as I have mentioned, that there are secret training camps of Hamas within Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and it is documented fact based on some credible intelligence source. Of course, we don't disclose everything on public domain, but you and I know that it is true. And actually, Pakistan's extreme affection for Hamas, such as I mentioned, that declaring a national mourning day when Ismail Haniyeh was killed. So it proves that Pakistan and Hamas, actually, if we say Hamas is Pakistan and Pakistan is Hamas, it won't be over exaggerated.
Sir, we have seen, Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif meeting the United States president more than once in recent times. US has also praised Pakistan's efforts in while announcing the 20-point peace plan for Gaza. There seems to be a growing proximity between US and Pakistan of late. So, as you have mentioned, that on one hand, US is backing Israel in its war against Hamas, and on the other hand, we see US proximity growing with Pakistan, which is actually harboring the Hamas terrorists, training them. So, how do you look at how the Western world is looking at it, and how Israel is looking at it? Uh, this duplicity of the Pakistani state and military establishment.
Ananji, Donald Trump is more a businessman than a politician. And as a businessman, he does not have a very good track record. You know, he went bankrupt twice in his life. I think maybe thrice. So he is not even a successful businessman. He is a kind of the adventurist, opportunist. So the Trump's uh, special relations with Asim Munir and Shahbaz Sharif is for business reason, not for United States, America. Trump's family business interest, because they have involvement in crypto in Pakistan, Trump's family company. And you have seen that the way Asim Munir and Shehbaz Sharif went to White House holding a sample of the rare earth from the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan. So it is like they are almost offering Pakistan to Donald Trump. I mean, the resource of Pakistan. And Donald Trump understands that he has got the perfect two stooges. As a businessman, Donald Trump sees two stooges in Asim Munir and Shehbaz Sharif, and he also sees them as a desperate for cash hungry. So he is taking full advantage of that as a businessman. And in the world, anywhere in the world, you will never see such an instance that when a head of the government and the army chief meets some foreign head of the government and carrying a catalog or sample of the wealth of his country. Pakistan is for sale. And that is exactly what now Trump is focusing on. Now, to your question about why Trump is showing this kind of the double standard, while he is protecting Israel at the same time romancing with the enemies of Israel, Pakistan. Reason is, as I said, that Trump's relations with Israel, I should not say Trump's relations, United States relations with Israel is natural, and no one can change it. But in the United States, some political, whenever there is a political party, you remember that when Hillary Clinton was the Secretary of State, she was making personal cash in exchange for influence as the Secretary of State. So Trump is also doing the same thing, and Trump also understands that he is actually dealing with perfect scoundrels. Trump knows Shehbaz Sharif and Asim Munir both are perfect scoundrels, but he is dealing with them knowing that he wants to actually grab the natural wealth of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Balochistan, and also drag Pakistan towards another proxy war by instigating it in helping US in so-called recapturing the Bagram air base. So it's a broad-based game going on. The way Pakistan was dragged into conflict with the Taliban, and now Pakistan is the biggest enemy of Taliban. And when you say biggest enemy of Taliban, Pakistan will also have many other enemies within. So this is and this is nothing to be worried. Trump knows what Pakistan is. Everyone in the US know. They know that these are scoundrels, and they are just dealing with the scoundrels for the sake of their personal interest.
Mr. Chaudhry, Israel has said after they attacked Qatar that whoever is going to harbor Islamic terrorists, especially Hamas, so they are going to go after that country. Now, given this situation, and as you have mentioned that Pakistan is not only harboring Hamas terrorists, but it is now protecting them, promoting them, training them, and they have a huge madrasa network also, which is a fertile ground for producing terrorists. So, if we look at this possibility also, that these madrasas might be used to strengthen Hamas, and they might go there, the products of these madrasas, so they might be going to West Asia or Middle East and fighting, against the Israelis. So, how do you look at this situation? How Israel would be, probably looking at this situation, and is there a possibility that, although it's a hypothetical, question, but do you see a possibility of Israelis, coming and, targeting the Hamas terrorists or Hamas terror camps in Pakistan?
Anuji, first of all, madrasas anywhere. For example, there are 84,000 madrasas in Bangladesh. There are madrasas also in India and Pakistan. Now, back in 2006, I wrote a book, Inside Madrasa, and I categorically said all madrasas anywhere in the world, these are the breeding ground of jihad. Now, Pakistani madrasas are no exception, and Pakistan, as we know, is a kind of a country with almost 90% of the radicalized population. So madrasas naturally are harboring terrorism, and they are enabling terrorism also with the help of Pakistani ISI. Now, to your response about whether Israel can target the Hamas operatives inside Pakistan, Israel is actually working for the security of the Middle East, not only for its own security. Actually, Israel is the country for which this terrorism has not been able to spread toward the world. If Israel falls, the hell or the doorway gate of this hell will open for every country in the world. Now, maybe 2 months before, no one could anticipate that Israel can target Hamas operatives in Qatar, but they did. And Israel has also targeted Hamas in other countries, sometimes overtly and sometimes covertly. Now, as to Pakistan, actually, we have to also understand one more aspect, Arunji, that America is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump is just the president. He does not possibly make the policies of the US. The policies are from some other places. For example, Pentagon and CIA and many other establishments. You are very much aware of those things. So, as I said, Trump is only in Pakistan to make cash from the uh, from the scoundrels. But as to the existence of Hamas in Pakistan, because most important segment aspect here is that Hamas in Gaza, they are only targeting Israel, and sometimes they're taking shelter in Lebanon or Egypt and even Jordan. But Hamas in Pakistan is like Al Qaeda in Afghanistan. So Hamas in Pakistan will target not only not target they are not going to target Israel, because from Pakistan they cannot target Israel. Israel is quite far away. So Hamas in Pakistan, remember, Hamas is Iranian proxy. So Hamas in Pakistan will target Saudi Arabia. Hamas in Pakistan may target India. Hamas in Pakistan will definitely target the United States and the European countries, particularly US. So with Hamas growing in Pakistan, Hamas terrorists growing and being groomed by Pakistani ISI, United States is possibly paving the path for something more dangerous than 9/11. And the next 9/11, if God forbid it takes place, it will be plotted and executed from the soil of Pakistan.
So going ahead, how do you see this the regional security situation, panning out, especially also bringing into the fact that Bangladesh is going to witness most likely elections in February in coming years. So there are only few months left, and Pakistan has also increased its influence in Bangladesh also. So and we have seen a rise of Islamic radicalization under Yunus regime. So, how do you see the situation panning out for India, Bangladesh, and the regional security, and how China would be, looking at this situation? Is China just, a quiet watcher, or because China has got now huge interest in Pakistan through the Belt Road Initiative also, there is strategic interest, and China has a major issue in terms of, their Uyghur problem. So the radical outfit like Hamas. So can they target, kind of this radicalization can be exported to, China also. So how do you see this China, Bangladesh, India, this regional security situation panning out?
Anuji, China of today's China actually is a big business house. China has invested heavily in Pakistan under BRI. China also has invested in Bangladesh. Now, China is feeling threatened as the United States has distanced itself a little bit from India. India was basically working as a shield indirectly to protect China from any American hegemony. Now, with in India, with America, current relations with India, Pakistan is feeling threatened, and particularly it is worried about its investment. As I said, it's a big business house. So, for the sake of its own economic interest, China now is gradually coming towards India for forming unseen alliance to somehow confront America's ambition of entering this part of the world as rulers. And this is for China, it is a challenging time. China will increasingly depend on India. China will increasingly look for strengthening or normalizing and strengthening relations with New Delhi. And Beijing understands that unless it enjoys New Delhi's support, it cannot stop Washington from entering this part of the world. And also, China knows that if Washington succeeds in entering this part of the world, then Myanmar will be gone out of the control of China. So this is a new era of regional situations for us to witness that China, India will be coming closer and closer and closer to stop America's aggression.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chaudhary, for sharing your deep insights. And to our viewers, if you have any questions for Mr. Chaudhary, you can post these questions in the comment box of this YouTube video, and we'll take these questions to Mr. Chaudhary and try and get answers for that. And thank you once again, sir, for taking time out from your busy schedule and sharing your deep insights about this. And we'll continue to track the geopolitical situation in different parts of the world. And we hope to host Mr. Chaudhary very soon again. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you.
Thank you.